Hello students, today in this presentation we will be studying the color codes of resistor and the introduction of capacitor and inductor as a passive components. This topic is from chapter 1, electronic components and signals, subject BEC, basic electronics, subject code 22225. So now in today's lecture we will study about the resistor color codes. We have already discussed about the resistor as a passive component, then different types of resistor, and now today we will study the resistor color codes. So here you can see the resistor. As we have seen already, I have shown you the picture of the resistor. There are few color bands, color markings on the resistor. So that color bands, you can see there are maybe in some resistors there are 4 color bands, maybe in some resistor there are 5 color bands. So here we are going to discuss how to find the value of the resistor using these color bands. So here we are going to make use of 4 color band resistor. So here you can see there are 4 colors, and you can check out there are 3 colors which are close to each other, and the last color is little far away from these 3 colors. So this first color which are close to each other, the first color band, the second color band, the first is the normal color band, first number, it will give the first number of the resistor. Second color band will give the second number of the resistor, and together will form a 2-digit number. The third color band gives the multiplier, and the fourth color band is called as a tolerance. So here you can see the first 2 numbers gives the number, a 2-digit number, and the third is called as the multiplier, and the fourth is tolerance. Now here you can see in this slide there are some color numbers. The digits have given some color numbers. The color bands are having sort of numbers. This is called as color code table. This is resistor color code table, and in the you have to add this table. So here you can see the color table starts from black. So it is assigned a 0 digit, then brown, red, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet, grey and white. So this is the sequence of the color table. You have to add this, and the number starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So this color number remains the same for first color band and the second color band. So you can see here first digit 0 to 9 numbers, and the colors are assigned there. So for black it is 0 number, for brown it is 1, red it is 2, and it is the same for the second digit as well. But for the third color band, which is also called as multiplier, so we will check out the multiplier. So for multiplier it is 1 written, but that means 10 raised to 0. Then it is 10 raised to 1. Brown it is having the 10 raised to 1. As it is called as multiplier because this multiplier number is multiplied with 2 digit, first 2 band digit numbers. That's why it is called as multiplier. Then it is red 10 raised to 2, then it is orange 10 raised to 3, and so on. So this is the multiplier, and then it comes the tolerance. Now what do you mean by tolerance? Now I'll give you the what is the meaning of the tolerance. For example, a resistor, when you calculate the value of a resistor, it is for example 500 ohms. that is the value of the resistor. But when you practically measure the value of the resistor using multimeter, that time what you find is sometimes the value is below 500 ohms, for example 498 ohms. So there is a difference, actual calculation 500, but there is a difference of 2. And now what you can got in actual value is 498 ohms. So that difference is called as tolerance. It can be plus, sometimes it is less, sometimes it is more, but that tolerance is important. So if the last color band is having some gold color, then the tolerance is 5%. If it is having silver color, the tolerance is 10%, and if there is no color, then the tolerance is 20%, and if there is red color, tolerance is 2%, and if there is brown color, tolerance is 1%. So what do you mean by this is, the whatever value you calculate can vary 2%, plus or 2% minus. So it is always plus and minus, tolerance is always plus and minus. So now we will study the resistor color code technique, how to find the value of the resistor using color code table. So this is also a shortcut way to remember, but here only digit is written. So multiplier is nothing but whatever digit is written, that digit 10 raised to 0. So first black, so multiplier will be 10 raised to 0. Brown, multiplier will be 10 raised to 1. Red, multiplier will be 10 raised to 2. So this numbers, digit number only, if you remember, multiplier is 10 raised to that number. So it becomes easy to remember. So you can see the tolerance value, red is plus or minus 2%, gold is plus or minus 5%, silver plus or minus 10%, and if there is no color, it is plus or minus 20%. So that means the value of the resistor will vary 20% plus or 20% minus of the value which you have calculated. Now this is most important topic, the units. Now whatever value you calculate of the resistor, mostly it is in kilo ohms. So kilo matlab 10 raised to 3, that means 1000. So sometimes it has happened that 5000 value you will get. So what do you mean by that is 5 into 1000. So that means 5 into 10 raised to 3, that becomes 5 kilo ohms. So you have to put that value in a standard form. Sometimes the resistor value can be in mega ohms, that is 10 raised to 6. Sometimes milli, so this you have to remember, milli means 10 raised to minus 3, micro means 10 raised to minus 6, so you will not get into some micro values, so it is basically in kilo, mega ohms. Then nano means 10 raised to minus 9, and pico means 10 raised to minus 12. So now here we will start with the second passive component. We have already studied about the passive component. So passive components are resistor, capacitor, inductor. So resistor we have studied. Now we will study about the capacitors. Capacitor, it is a two-terminal device. Now this is whatever is shown here. It is the schematic of capacitor. It doesn't look like this. I'll show you how it looks. But on paper, if you want to show, so we are going to show like this. The symbol of capacitor, you can see two lines. This is your capacitor. It's a two-terminal device consisting of two parallel plates separated. Now parallel plates are made up of conductor, remember. So two conducting plates are there. So two conducting plates separated by a dielectric or an insulator material which has a capacity, and the capacitor has a capacity to store energy in the form of charges. Now this is the what is important about the capacitor. As you remember about the resistor, if you remember, resistor offers resistance to the flow of electrons. So that means the current is controlled by resistor. Now what capacitor does is it stores the energy in the form of charges. So charges here means electrons, that is negative charges, or positive charges, plus. So where there is a lack of electrons, their positive charges will be there, and where there are a lot of electrons, there will be negative charges. So here you can see on the one plate side there is positive charge and other side there is negative charges, and this is how the potential difference is formed between these two plates, as because at the center there is insulator and insulator won't allow any charges to move. Now the measurement, the unit of the capacitor is farad. Then the schematic symbol of capacitor is shown here, 2 lines and 2 terminals. It is a 2-terminal device. Now here you can understand very well. A capacitor is a passive 2-terminal electrical component that stores electric energy in the electrical field. A capacitor is constructed of 2 parallel conducting plates. Now here I have cleared that it is 2 conducting plates and separated by an insulator. The conducting plates can be thin film, foils, conductive electrolyte, etc. So these are the different things which are used for conducting plates. A dielectric is an insulating material, and that can be glass, ceramic, plastic film, air, vacuum, paper, mica, etc. So these are the different dielectric types of dielectrics which can be used to manufacture capacitors. Now the general formula of the capacitor is shown here. Here you can see C is equal to epsilon A upon D. Now what is epsilon A upon D? Now here is the area of the conducting plates. A is the area of the conducting plates, that is the 2 plates which you are on the 2 sides of the capacitor. So that is A, and D is the distance between these 2 plates, and how it affects the capacitance value that you can see here. And epsilon R is epsilon is equal to epsilon R into epsilon 0. Now what do you mean by this is the relative dielectric constant. It is related with the insulating material. So जो भी insulators which you are using, it is having some relative permittivity and vacuum permittivity. Vacuum permittivity is fixed. And how the capacitance value increases or decreases, that you can see from the formula epsilon A upon D. So C, capacitance value, is inversely proportional to the distance. That means if distance is decreased, capacitance will increase, and if distance is increased, capacitance will decrease, and so on. So you can see, increasing the surface area of the plate, capacitance increases, and capacitance increases all with decreasing space between the plates. So this is how capacitance value is affected by the area of the plates and the distance between the 2 plates. Also it is affected by the relative dielectric constant of the insulator between the 2 plates. So you can say that the capacitor actually blocks DC and passes AC. So capacitor, as we know that there are signals. So in the signal video we have already discussed about the AC signal, DC signal, and digital signals, triangular waves. So out of this AC signal, capacitor allows AC signal to pass if you give as a input, but it blocks DC signal. Dielectric used are glass, paper, plastic, mica. This we have already done. Then storage capacity of the capacitor depends on the area of the plate, distance between them, and type of dielectric used. Voltage rating indicates the maximum voltage which can be applicable. That is, it is on data sheet of the capacitor. Then we have already studied about the different now the capacitor values can be available in micro, that is 10⁻⁻⁶ form, nano or pico. So this farad. So these are the capacitor standard values in which capacitors are available. Now, as we have already studied, the unit of capacitor is farad. Capacitance values are normally smaller, such as in micro, nanofarad, picofarad. So like resistors are always having higher values like kilo, mega ohms, and so on. but capacitors will be always having a very small values, micro, nano, picofarad, and they are used in many electrical circuits. Capacitor doesn't dissipate energy in any form. Now this was all about the capacitors. Now we will discuss the capacitors if they are connected in series and parallel, how the calculation of the capacitor is done. You must have done about the resistors. You must be knowing about the resistors. If the two resistors are connected in series, then they are added. So like R1 is a resistor and R2 is the other resistor, and if they are in series, so total resistance of the circuit becomes R1 plus R2. But if they are connected in parallel, R1 and R2, then total resistance 1 upon R is equal to 1 upon R1 plus 1 upon R2. So that is the basic formula of the resistor. Now we will study about the capacitors. So what is the total value of the capacitors if they are connected in series and if they are connected in parallel? So here you can see the first one, if the capacitors are connected in parallel. So input is given and then C1, C2, C3, C4 are connected in parallel. So the total equivalent capacitor, total capacitance of the circuit, पूरे circuit का the whole circuit capacitance is equal to C1 plus C2 plus C3 plus C4. But if the capacitors are connected in series, then the total capacitance is equal to 1 upon C equivalent is equal to 1 upon C1 plus 1 upon C2 plus 1 upon C3 plus 1 upon C4. So this is how the capacitance value are calculated if they are connected in series and parallel. The different types of capacitors. So as we have studied the resistors also, you remember the resistor types, linear, non-linear, and then linear also we had fixed and variable capacitors. So here also you get fixed capacitors. So fixed capacitors are those capacitors whose values cannot be changed. It remains fixed. So once the value of the capacitor is 1.9 picofarad, so it will be 1.9 picofarad only. So in that you get mica capacitor, ceramic capacitor, plastic film, electrolytic capacitor, paper capacitor. So these are different forms of capacitors available in fixed form. And then the next is variable capacitors. The capacitors whose values can be changed intentionally, repeatedly. If you want to change the value of the capacitor, it can be changed in a certain circuit, and in the other circuit if you want to change again the value, then you can do it. That is variable capacitor. The symbol of the fixed capacitor and the variable capacitor is shown here. You can see the arrow. If there is an arrow, that is variable. If there is no arrow, it is fixed. The application of capacitors, they are used in timers, CRO, filter circuit, oscillator, tuner. Everywhere you need a capacitor. Also in the fan circuit you can find out there are capacitors. So this is all about the passive component capacitors for this presentation. Thank you.